Hey guys, today's video unfortunately is going to just be me blabbing about how I'm feeling lately. So I apologize, it's not a true crime video, but I feel like I've kind of come full circle with something, I don't know, emotionally, with my channel, with my life, and I just wanted to talk about that. And next week, or maybe in 2 weeks, I'll just upload again like normal. The day that you guys are seeing this, I'm actually filming it on Friday the 26th. But the day that I'm uploading this is my son's first birthday, and I am taking off of work that day through Friday because on Saturday I'm having like a very tiny little socially distanced party for him outdoors, and I've got a lot to do and a lot to plan so that I can actually enjoy the day. So, but here in the past, on Friday, is the 4-year anniversary of one of my grandmother's deaths. And yesterday it hit me pretty hard. And I even thought about the fact that the reason I say I've kind of come full circle is that the first video that I decided to actively upload to my channel, I've had this channel probably since like 2006 or something. I know I've had it since high school. Was a video about my anxiety and about how my grandmother had passed and the anxiety that I was feeling and how I needed to get it out, and I needed an outlet. And I thought, why not start uploading videos? And then I was uploading just random videos, and then I started talking about true crime, and I did my Jeremy Wade Dell video, and then everything kicked off, and now I've been doing basically true crime ever since, which is cool because I like true crime stuff. I found my niche. I found what I enjoy doing. But occasionally, sometimes I just want to like talk to the camera and not have to do a bunch of research and plan. And I know I've been telling you guys that I really want to start focusing more on the quality of my videos, and I do. But this week isn't the week for me to do that. Yesterday, I just had a really rough day. And then I thought, it's also been a year since I became a parent, and it's been a year of doing so during a pandemic. So maybe I should just go easy on myself and have a little therapy session and talk to the camera and talk about how that's been. And if I get emotional, I apologize because I feel like it's already coming, but that's okay. I'm not afraid to like be upset. It's good to process it. This year is not what I expected, and I know everybody feels that way, but I grew up around kids. I grew up taking care of kids. I grew up babysitting. I have some cousins who were kind of like raised by the whole family type deal. I'm really good with kids. I enjoy kids. I always wanted to have my own kids. It's one of those things to me, like, there are definitely jobs that I wish I could have had or things that I wish I could have done with my life. But the one certainty, the one thing that I knew I couldn't live without was having kids. I knew that I wanted to be a mom. Now, obviously, I mean, not obviously, not everybody wants this, but I really wanted to be pregnant, and I was very lucky in that I was able to be pregnant and have my baby. As far as that stuff goes, I feel like I was very lucky in my pregnancy. I had a wonderful pregnancy. I was very lucky in my birth in that I didn't have many complications, very minor, easily maintained complications. I was very lucky in that I got to experience giving birth and not a no shade at all. Like some people have to and some people want to, but a C-section just wasn't what I wanted to experience especially not the first time. And that's not, you know, it's easier on your body. It's easier on the baby to have the baby vaginally. And I was lucky to do that, to be able to experience that, to feel the empowerment of being able to do that. So I got my wish, but part of me knowing so much about kids and loving kids, it came from watching my grandmother and learning from my grandmother. And I feel like this was the thing that I was so prepared for in my life. And you guys have seen my godsons before my video. They are like they're like my children. They're also mainly been raised by the rest of their family. And just, you know, staying at other people's houses a lot. And our home was like a second home to them. And I felt like I did everything possible to prepare to have kids and be a wonderful mom. And I feel like I am. I'm not like shitting on myself. But it was like this year was going to be so amazing, and to have this baby and to be able to go out and not show him off in like a stage mom way. Obviously, you guys haven't seen him. I'm not just like ready to show him off to everybody in the world, but to be able to proudly go out with my family, go to different events, go to festivals over the summer, not like party nighttime festivals, but like outdoor, come look at these vendors and shop around and take your kid out and get to show him all these new experiences and all these faces, and take him out to a restaurant and have, you know, nice little family outings that are going to be tough, and he's going to love some of them and he's going to hate some of them, but you've prepared so well for this, and you know how to handle a crying baby, and you're not embarrassed by that type of thing, and you're, you know, even if you go out and it doesn't work out, you can take him outside and walk him around while someone gets the food to go. Like, at least you tried. And none of that happened this year because it couldn't, because of the pandemic. And I know that it's very silly that I'm complaining about this, and I know I talked about this before he was born, and all my worries and expectations of having a baby in the pandemic. But the fact that it's been a year and I'm just here all day with him. I'm very lucky that I had a work from home job before the pandemic. I'm very lucky that I had a job where I could stay home with my son and help, you know, rear him and not have to rely on someone else. But it's hard. It's very hard. And it's very draining. And it's like, you can only trust so many people in your life. To be around your kid, you know, as far as important things, teaching him things, people who are going to set good examples for them. And I feel like most of the people in my life are like that. They're people that I trust. And then it gets cut down even more to people that have the luxury of not working in high exposure jobs, like working at a hospital or something like that. And then that gets cut down even further to people who you trust that are taking the pandemic seriously, that are wearing a mask when they go out. Because, I mean, my husband's an asthmatic and I had a baby. And, I mean, when you have a baby anyways, you don't want someone coming over with a cold or anything like that. So you're already a little wary and a little cautious because they don't have an immune system yet. And then it just keeps getting cut down slimmer and slimmer, and then it's cut down to the people who have the time to come over, and then it gets cut down to the people who want to use their time to come over, and then you're cut down to 2 to maybe 3 people that are willing to come over and help occasionally, and that want to come over and help. And I'm so grateful for those people that have been in my life. But then it's like, sometimes they'll, you know, get a chance to go do something, and it's like good for them, they get to go do something. But then it's like, I get, and this isn't these people doing this to me, I want to make that clear. I'm not like shitting on these people and being like, how selfish of you, because that's not how I feel. But it's like they get to go do something, and then I get to go another week without seeing another adult come and visit or have help. And, you know, like holidays have been cut out, and certain things that got planned had to be canceled, and, you know, someone got exposed, they couldn't help it, they were just at work, and someone else showed up and had been to a party like 2 nights before, and then turns out they got COVID, and then once again, I don't get to see anybody. And I realized yesterday thinking about my grandmother and realizing that today was 4 years since she died, and I kind of knew this, but it's not something that I've really vocalized, but I haven't felt the same since she died because I haven't had her to talk to. I had 3 grandmothers because on my mom's side, she had a mom and a stepmom. So this is my mom's stepmom that I'm speaking of. And then on my dad's side, I had my grandmother and my grandfather. Well, all 3 grandmothers have now passed within that 4 years. When the first one passed, I had another one that I talked to regularly. The other one was actually the oldest, and I loved her to death. She was so great, but we didn't talk on the phone like as much, we weren't quite as candid and close with each other. The other 2 grandmothers were like, they would cuss, they were like the gossipy type. You could call them and gossip about people and, just kind of get that stuff off your chest. So when one passed, it wasn't the same, but I had the other one. And then within a year, that one was gone too. And it's like, those people were very close to me and close to a very rough situation that I grew up in. So it was something that I could talk to them about and just gossip about, and I don't know, just, I don't know what else to say other than just shoot the shit with them. And then, like I said, I look back at this past year and everything that should have been and could have been, and all the questions that I've had about my baby, or like, oh, is this normal? Or, oh, what should I do about this? Or what happens if you do this? Or, there's a million questions with being a new mom, and she's the person that I should have been able to call. And I couldn't. And she's the person that I would have loved to see her hold my baby and to see my baby look up to her and visit with her, and I can't. And I'll never be able to. And she'll never meet him. And that's really fucking hard. It's really hard. And yesterday it just kept hitting me and hitting me and hitting me in waves how much I missed her and how fucking hard it is not being able to just call her. And it just sucks. I feel like, again, this is very first world problem. People have it so much worse than me. People are very sick from this pandemic. People have died or lost people from this pandemic. I'm not complaining in that way. I know that I'm very lucky. But just, it's this sacred thing as a new mom, your first year as a parent, and all of his firsts that should have been and could have been and couldn't be. And he's never going to know that he missed out on this stuff. Hell, he's going to have a great story to tell everybody when he grows up, that he grew up in the middle of a pandemic and he was born at the beginning of a pandemic. But I have this guilt, and I have this, not guilt towards him, because again, he doesn't even know, but I have this, like, what it is like, I'm mourning this year that should have happened, and I'm mourning all the things I should have been able to do and all the outlets I should have had to get a break, and I haven't had them. And then I feel guilty because it's like, by the time we have a second kid, this will have passed and we'll be able to do all that stuff. And it's like, I'll feel like he's getting the treatment my first kid didn't, when he's not. It's not that, like, I didn't get to do, which I don't know that I would have done it necessarily anyways. It probably wouldn't have immediately been on my radar. But once he wasn't an itty bitty newborn anymore, I had this like postpartum breakdown one day that I was like, we didn't get cute newborn pictures of him because we couldn't have anybody come over. And it's like, when the second kid comes, I'll probably be like, let's take some cute newborn pictures of him and get some pictures of our first kid too. Like, let's get some nice family photos. And we'll be looking back, and my first kid will be like, what the fuck? Why did he get the nice cute pictures and I didn't? But I know that's silly, and I know in the scope of life, those things mean nothing. I mean, they're just little tiny things that I want, I don't need, but it's like a whole year of my life of things that I wanted for me and my husband and my son that I didn't get. And there have been ways around it, and there have been other things that we've been able to do that have been amazing. And it just sucks though. I mean, it just sucks. Now I want to go back to my pregnancy video of me talking about being pregnant during the pandemic and see how much I predicted and how much I probably thought, hopefully this will be over in a few months. But my husband and I both had our first shot, and we go in a few days to get our second shots of the vaccine. It's still scary because our son isn't vaccinated. However, he is still nursing, so supposedly he's getting antibodies through breast milk, which is great. And it's warmer out. It's not cold and flu season anymore. Of course, we all just had a cold this week, and he's getting through it great. I'm just very resentful of this year, and I know everybody else is too. And again, this is just me complaining and ranting, but I just wanted to get that off my chest. And I really appreciate you guys and how supportive you all are. You don't know how much, like, some of your comments mean to me, and just, I feel like I'm friends with a lot of you, and I see your names pop up and I'm like, oh yay, there's so-and-so and there's so-and-so. And especially when it's come to my pregnancy and having a baby, like, I have to say how pleasantly surprised, and this is a bad stereotype, and this is me assuming, you know, that a lot of guys don't care, which is wrong of me to assume, because some people in my life, some guys in my life, some friends of ours really surprised me how much they've cared about me and my baby and everything. But like, I've had some of you guys comment and be like, I've seen my sister go through this, or I've seen so-and-so go through this, or look, this is really hard, you're a new mom, take time for yourself. And I appreciate that so much, that you guys, and obviously there are a lot of women that are very supportive on my channel too, but like, just that I'm getting it from both sides is really awesome and really nice. And I'm just really proud of like this little community that I feel like we have. And hopefully it'll continue to grow in that direction where we're supportive of each other. And I just really appreciate you guys. And again, I'm sorry that this is today's video. You're seeing this on my son's birthday and I'm sitting here crying. Hopefully I'm very happy today and having a good day. And I feel good getting this off my chest. So I just really appreciate you guys, and I'm just ready for a better year and some better, more fun times. And I know we all are. But I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are feeling better than I am. Yeah, that's all I have for today. Don't thumbs up this video. This is terrible. Don't subscribe. This is terrible. But if you guys want anything, you know, you have your suggestions, as usual, leave those in the comments. And other than that, I'll see you guys in a week or two. I don't know. But I'll see you soon with a better video than this. Thank you guys for everything. Bye.